That was weird. So I was listening to Eric Thomas this morning, and he was talking about things that things that he does to keep himself on sharp and on edge, and things that he does to teach others to evolve and to grow. And that is, weeding out the distractions. There's a lot of things, and I know in our Monday morning meetings that we have in the insurance world, Joe Eichmann often talks about, Facebook is a real problem, and you end up getting distracted by your phone and wanting to play a game or something like that. And I stand at the foot of the cross on that. I've done that. I've allowed myself to be distracted, but it did not mean I wasn't serious. It just means I need to tweak my focus. And without focus, you have nothing. And one thing that I learned many, many years ago is that leaders focus, losers spring. So focus on what you want and make it happen. While most people, if you look at most successful business owners, they own multiple different businesses, but they own multiple different businesses at different times. Or they didn't focus off, right off a jump and have 8 businesses going from square one, all at the same time. They had one business, and then they got that to a point where they had the success that they wanted, or being successful, and it's running itself. Then they started another venture, and then they got that, and they started another venture. Then they bought in and invested in another one. So they're not doing all the work, but they're getting, they're influencing those businesses, and they have them underway. So that's one of the things that we need to do in our lives as well. If we see something that needs attention, we need to focus on it. We need to, weed out all distractions in order to make it clear and make it happen. So that might require you to jump into some more knowledge, get into some book reading, and change your viewpoint, change your thought process, change the way that you process information. One of the things that I did, and I've been focusing on, is really my interpersonal skills, my interaction with different people, and how I react to things. In order for me to do what I want to do, I'm going to run into lots of different people, and that's both a blessing and a curse. The blessing is that I want to influence and I want to help inspire a vast number of people. But the challenge there becomes I'm sort of have to figure out how to relate to a vast number of people. You can be narrow-minded and say, I'm going to just really relate to X number of people or this group of people, but that leaves so much meat on the bone. That's like, instead of throwing your stone into a pond, you just throw it into a puddle. Instead of throwing your boulder in a lake, you throw it just in a pond, and you expect to get lake-like results from throwing your stone in a pond, and you should be throwing it in a lake. I want to have the biggest influence that I can with individuals, and being able to inspire them to change not only their personal lives, but their business lives, their spiritual lives, whatever it might be, just to overall be a better person. So, you have to, redirect your influences, redirect your, you really just need to redirect your thought process, your patterns. So, in the insurance world, I need to stay more focused. I need to work with my agents a little bit more. I need to make sure that they have all the tools that they need in order to make things happen for them. And in the a personal side of that insurance world, I need to color outside the lines, which normally means, during the time where I'd be helping my agents, I'm normally not going to be able to sell. So in that realm, I'll have to use my free time, let's say free time, but my time when they're not working to do for myself. Well, Sean, that leaves you with very little free time. Okay. I'll make priority for the things that I need to and the things that I want, but at the same time, you gotta be willing to push the envelope. Delayed gratification. I will put off now the things that other people are doing so that I can live the way later that other people only wish they would be able to live. Yeah, so I know that's going to be a big one. So I'm willing to put off now the things that other people are doing now in order to live later like other people wish they would live later. So delayed gratification. It's all about delaying the things that you want now in order to get the biggest result. Charlie D'Urso back in the day, he had a really funny saying. He said, some people, they run around and they got a firm grip on an empty sack. They got a firm grip on what they want in life, and they're choking the life out of it because they're trying to live the results now. I am so over that. Like I said, I'm not trying to meet the Joneses or to try to compare with the Joneses. I don't even know who the hell the Joneses are. They don't owe me anything, and I don't owe them anything. But the people that I want to be around and hang around live far beyond where I am at this point. So I've got my sights set on bigger things and doing bigger things and having bigger things and not having things, but having the peace that comes with living the better, a better, more peaceful life. So there's lots of different things. So I guess to recap, what do you need to do in order to progress? You need to be willing to change your mindset, change your focus, get out of where you are, get out of your head a lot of times, and think of another way to accomplish the goal. There was times when I was, I know I said, in wrap up, but whatever. There was times when I was driving for partnership within my company, and you could not tell me that I was not going to make it. It's just, I knew it, I felt it, I believed it, I lived it. Okay, made partner, redirect. Now we got to focus on a new goal. Live it, breathe it, feel it, do it. Make that goal. Live it, come up with the next goal. Without goals, you have no direction. And I know that who I am this very day is not going to be that person that's going to accomplish, the person I am today, right now, is not going to be the person that I will be when I have those goals and I'm living that life that I want to live. Because I'm going to have grown, I'm going to have evolved into so much more. And I mean, if you think I'm good now, wait until later. Back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all want me. Whatever. But that just came to mind. But it's funny. But it's true. It's really true. Who you are now. If you can only realize that it's going to be so much better, it's going to be so much greater later if you just stay focused, change the mindset, do the work. The work's not always physical. The work is also mental. Also, the work is, reconciling the crap that happened to you in the past, taking ownership of your part. Don't push it off and deflect and say, hey, I'm not here because of this or I'm not here because of that. No, you're not there because you didn't do the work. You're not there because you didn't put forth the effort. You're not there because you weren't willing to eat the crow and own up to your crap. The crap that you created. Don't be waiting for the piper to come for you to pay him. You go chase the piper down and say, listen, my debt to you is done. I owe you nothing. I'm moving on. Once you do that, once you can take that type of approach, nothing can own you. Nothing can be lured over your head to stop you from accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish. If you got some crappy skeletons in your closet, you either get a big freaking shovel or you start going to work and reconciling all that crap. So, but my thought would be to reconcile it, because if you bury it, that's going to come back somewhere else. So, and you don't want that to happen. So, guys, just sharing some thoughts, just dropping some knowledge. Hopefully, somebody's going to find some knowledge in this that they can use in their life or inspire those folks. But here we go. We're on. It's 2020, 10-year run of abundance, 10-year of just craziness. It's awesome. It's going to be so much fun, but it's not going to be done without work. So, all right, guys, you guys have a great rest of the day. Enjoy this day that has been given to us, and go help somebody. Have a good one.